Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the Dubai Sevens. Now, they've tricked us a little bit in terms of what field the teams are playing on. Currently, New Zealand versus Canada has taken place. On the other field is Samoa versus South Africa. We're hoping to be able to keep you updated in terms of what is happening in that contest, although at the moment I am unable to find where to watch field number 2. So hopefully they keep us updated in that regard. But currently, New Zealand versus Canada is taking place. The Sevens is rolling all throughout the evening, and we are going to be covering it live on the channel as well. But I hope you guys are all doing very well. New Zealand already looking like they're going to score themselves an early try in their game up against Canada. All four of these sides all a part of Pool A. And you've also got, of course, Samoa, South Africa, two sides who haven't played each other too often recently. But Samoa, one of those sides that after the Oceania Sevens definitely do look like top contenders. New Zealand have just scored a try in their match up against the Canadians. Now, I am hoping that we will be able to get to see some information about this game. Like I mentioned, a little bit set up. I thought that we would be able to see field 2 as well. The phone is now ringing. This is going very well. Good morning, everyone. Go South Africa, says Rudy. And also we get our hi and Hamish, says Robert. No Fiji Sevens. I wasn't able to do the Fiji Sevens in the end due to the fact there's my mum running across in the background. The reason I wasn't able to do the Fiji Sevens was because I was actually playing cricket, which is what I'm still wearing at the moment. I wasn't quite able to get home in time. We were hoping to do Fiji versus the USA, but at the moment, New Zealand 5-0 their game. I'm just quickly getting some updates on what is happening. I'm watching both matches. Says Novmum, whereabouts have you got the other match, Novmum? Is it on the second Sky channel somewhere? I might have to try and find it again, see what I can find out. Is it on a pop-up channel maybe? I haven't got it. Do you know what channel it is? It is on Novmum, out of curiosity. I assume you're watching on Sky Sports. Yeah, for me, I've only got New Zealand versus... And I wish I missed your Fiji's game. I wasn't actually able to do that one, unfortunately. And the reason I wasn't able to do it was because of... One moment, we will go Rugby Pass. Here we go. And there we go. Whereabouts on Rugby Pass is it, Novmum? Do let me know. But yeah, we weren't able to do Fiji's game, sadly, due to the cricket. I wasn't able to get home in time. I've only just walked through the door, and we're already at this game now. Would it be possible to send a link through... Oh, hang on. There's a Sevens tab. One moment. We might be onto something here. Doesn't seem like it's got it for me, though. Please don't go anywhere with Fiji plays, please, says Amira. So we are going to be covering the next game for the Fijians. That is going to be up against France. That is at 10:52 p.m. New Zealand time. And then alongside that, we have also got Argentina versus Australia, South Africa versus Canada, New Zealand versus Samoa, and then a few other games happening throughout the night that we are going to be covering on the channel as well. Hamish says, Gareth. Hello, Gareth. If you are doing extremely well, you'll know where to find this. Because for me, I cannot find the game at the moment, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, Novmum, if you would possibly be able to send a link to what part of Rugby Pass you're on, that would be greatly appreciated. Currently, New Zealand, though, they have got themselves a lead in their game up against the Canadians, although there is now a try for Canada, which now means they are sitting even. It says it's still pre-match for Samoa versus South Africa. The two sides yet to get underway, but there are a lot of very talented players for those two sides, whether that is Selvin Davids, whether that's going to be some of the other key players for the Blitzboks. They want to get their Sevens campaign off on a high note. I feel like this is going to be one of those games that they certainly have the potential to do just that. Samoa are a tough side. I mentioned that about the Oceania Sevens side of things in terms of what they've been able to do. I think that, there we go. Samoa, we have now got a little bit of an update. They have scored themselves the first try in the match. It's still not here for me, though. That is very annoying. I can't see it on Rugby Pass. Features, no, it's not in there. Fixtures and results, and Samoa leading 7-0, says Novmum in there as well. But yeah, if it's possible to send anything over Discord in terms of the link, Novmum, it would be greatly appreciated. I can tell you what the score is in New Zealand versus Canada, as that is the game that is being shown at the moment on my screen for Sky Sports. I should have thought about it a little bit better, and the fact that they would go with New Zealand. The pitch held up better than I thought it would, says Gareth. Yeah, it made it further in that match than anticipated for New Zealand versus Bangladesh. Of course, New Zealand not quite getting what they needed to in that contest, but it happens. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. And unfortunately, New Zealand did lose that one. But yeah, the early try for the Samoans converted as well. Now making the score 7-0. New Zealand, they are actually sitting 12 points to 7 at the moment. White Burns are back tomorrow in Dunedin and Tuesday against Pakistan. Says Shane. And also hope Samoa do their best against South Africa, says Peter Stowers. And they have already started off with a nice early try. So they've got a little bit of a lead flowing, but they do need to keep applying that pressure. And they haven't been able to. South Africa scoring the next try. And the contest, come on South Africa, you can do this, says Manus Palmer. So anyone who is just tuning in now, this is going to be a little bit of a confusing stream. Mainly because the coverage here in New Zealand that I have got anyway has only got New Zealand versus Canada. So we are keeping an eye on the scoreboard, updating you in terms of what is happening. And then, of course, from here on out, we will have the live commentary as we normally would. But it was Fa'afoi Falaniko who was able to score the first try, and then Neula was able to convert. And Blitzboks died when Quagga Smith left, when the Delok guy, or with the Delok guy and Spickman. I mean, they've still got some great talent, though. Like, you look at Selvin Davids, Christy Hrobela, who was actually able to score the first try for the South Africans in this contest. Like, they've got some really good players. They're missing Angelo Davids a little bit, but I've still said Angelo Davids, I believe, was only as good as Selvin Davids made him look. That sounds really harsh, but it is slightly true. Good evening, Hamish. Awesome catching up on here again. Says Zion there. Yeah, we've got plenty of sevens coming all throughout the night. I believe the last game that we are covering is at about 6 a.m. New Zealand time, and that is going to be Samoa when they do take on... No, in fact, it's South Africa versus New Zealand will be that matchup. But the first try, like I mentioned for the Blitzboks, was scored by Christy Hrobela. The conversion was not successful from Gerdold. A Sky Show New Zealand versus Canada game, it certainly is. Now good with JC Pretorius, says Chronic Underachiever. He was a sensational talent. Where is he now? I believe he's at the Sharks, is he? Or the Lions? Where did JC end up? And go Samoa go. And also we've got there, haven't we won the series twice since Quacker's times? They did, yes. They had that massive, massive winning streak. Although, unfortunately, I think the thing that hurt quite a bit is... I know that it sounds harsh, but when the other sides came back in, that seemed to be hurting quite a bit because they just weren't quite able to find that momentum that they were after such a big winning streak. So I am currently signing up for Rugby Pass. We're going to be able to catch the second half, ladies and gentlemen, at this rate. Yeah, I did not realise it was on Rugby Pass TV. I was only told Sky. Now I have to remember my date of birth. Fun fact, it's today. It's my birthday, but... we are very busy with the sevens, so we aren't going to be worrying about a birthday this year. One moment, we'll go like this. And South Africa have taken the lead in their contest up against the Samoans. Try scored by Spickman. Once again, though, misconversion from Gerdold. So that is going to hurt them quite a bit. They're already 4 points down compared to what they should be on. G'day, Hamish. Probably the only time Samoa is really competitive against the Bok, unlike the 15s. And 3 now show New Zealand versus Bangladesh test. Did you have cake? I did not have cake, no. I've pretty much just walked in the door at the start of this live stream from cricket. And yeah, from there we're just kind of chilling. Hopefully a little bit. Happy B-Day. Hamish says it was there from Blues Nate. And also we have got there, who was that Cheetah's wing? Who plays sevens first, small blonde guy. I'm trying to think of who you're talking about. I feel like I know the face, but I don't know the name, unfortunately. He's quite speedy, wasn't he? Okay, there goes Samoa, and why? So you were always the youngest in your class? Pretty much. We had a couple December babies in our class, so that meant that I was a little bit later on. Currently in this game, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 points to 7 in favour of the South Africans after 2 great tries from Hrobela as well as Spickman. I already paid for this game, but it's not on my phone. Says Sifu Lutasi. So yeah, pretty much New Zealand seem to have... See, I'm not sure whether or not you are in New Zealand, but if you are, it seems that New Zealand, they aren't actually showing that game on Sky. Instead, you do have to watch it through Rugby Pass TV, which you will have to sign up for to be able to watch it, which is actually what I'm currently doing, fun fact, so that I can catch the second half. And to love Hamish, happy birthday, bro, says King T. Thank you very much. And I should mention, this is the only live stream, ladies and gentlemen, that it is going to be weird in terms of not being able to talk about the game as it is happening, if that makes sense. Now we have to go on the email to be able to access the account. We're doing this on the fly. And happy birthday, Hamish. Know you are going to be busy with the rugby, but enjoy your day. Says Johan, thank you very much, mate. And the reason I watch the commentary on your channel is because the game South African Samoa is not shown on South African TV, says Manus. We are currently working very hard to make sure that we can talk about the second half of this contest, and I believe we're about to be able to, which is fantastic news. I'm sweating profusely, and not just because I played cricket. And also, we're going to appreciate your time. Special day to give us commentary. I've got it. Right, South Africa are in the lead. We're very excited now. Masi Fal has got a yellow card, so that is not ideal, of course, but we're into it. Christy Hrobela in the breakdown, and the penalty is awarded to the Blitzboks. It's a lot more fun when you can see the game, and I am having a great time now. Can you play Rugby 22? Says Gareth there. Happy birthday, Hamish. Says Johanna, go Samoa, happy birthday to you. Many happy returns of your day, says Amira. And also, happy birthday, Hamish. And then New Zealand 12, Canada 14. So yeah, Canadians currently with the lead, but South Africa are sitting 17 points to 17 points to 7. It was Shilton van Veek who was able to score the next try. I feel like you could see the joy on my face when I finally got it worked out. But I do thank you a lot, Nov Mum, because without you telling me that it was on Rugby Pass TV, I would have been struggling big time. But Selvin Davids about to feed this ball in. Why it's going to be relatively warm, you'd assume, for these afternoon games. Going to be firing it across to the left-hand side. Now, off to Goodald. He's missed a few kicks so far, but he was able to get the last one that he attempted out wide. And another chance here, Spickman. Goodald goes flat to Selvin Davids. Robela does get a bit of space, receives the pass from Ryan Oosterhuizen. Now, Davids sells it as if he was going to the left-hand side, and in the end, he decides that is the better move. Samoa having to defend here can be extremely tricky to do up against the explosive pace of the Blitzboks. Goodald has to go across to Oosterhuizen once more. Looks like the pitch is already ripping apart, which is not good news. Masi Fal, he will be returning back out onto the field, but it is another penalty in favour of the South Africans, who are currently leading by 10 points. Come on, Manu Samoa, says a Blues Nate. So it looks like Selvin Davids is going to be taking this quick tap. Do let me know who you think will be winning this game, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say, I am a lot happier now seeing the score, seeing the teams on the field. It is a very nice change, I guess you could say, rather than just updating the phone. And goddamn Samoa getting put into the spliff, being smoked by the Blitzboks. And also no New Zealand Home Sevens listed. That is true. That is because they have not got a Home Sevens anymore TV for me. I used to watch music, DVDs, etc. Nice wide pass. Just a little bit juggled out wide. Struggling, it would seem, South Africa to just put that final pass or that final step together. Selvin Davids trying it, but he will be tackled once more by Nuuli Vai, rocking the new number on his back. It's a knock-on from the Blitzboks. And that is going to be halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 7 points to 17 at the moment. We have got there. That way I don't hear the lies, says Bruce. Also, we get there. Come on, Manu Samoa, says Blues Nate. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got plenty more of the Sevens coming in the near future. We are going to be covering the games later on tonight. New Zealand plays Samoa. That is going to be a fantastic contest. South Africa, they have got their game up against Canada, and then they are following up with their game up against New Zealand. Mate, do you think if rugby becomes popular in America, wages will be as inflated as soccer wages? I don't see rugby getting to that stage. To be honest, yes, if it got more popular, there would be more money involved. But at the moment, I think the biggest contract around is like 3 million, maybe a little bit more. How many games are on Rugby Pass TV? I think it's just for the double up. So when Field 2 is in action, and I honestly don't think that's that often. So probably only about maybe 5 to 10 games. And maybe some of those playoff games later on tomorrow they will try and squeeze in. Currently, Canada leading up against New Zealand, 19 points to 12. They are doing very nicely in the other contest that has taken place. But yeah, it would be great to see these players get paid a lot more in terms of the amount that they put their body on the line. I think South Africa Sevens have improved quite because they got Selvin Davids and Roscoe Spickman back. I just hope they can show it on the field and they have improved their team, says Marnus. And of course, already 1 try coming for Spickman in this contest, so doing well. Selvin Davids, I believe he's got at least 1 assist from what I've heard, but for opposition 22 visits, they've scored 3 times. Missed tackles, actually more from South Africa. They missed 6 compared to the 3 that we saw missed by the Samoans. There's a lot of size to the Samoan team. Alofipo out there on the field. Wawasa Afasua. They're all rocking new numbers, I've noticed here for Samoa. Normally Afasua has the number 1 on his back. He's got 32 here, so perhaps a little bit more customized in terms of the names and the number. Nuuli Vaya, normally 6, actually find himself with the 85 on his back. New Zealand in the All Whites jersey. Says Blues, Nate, they are. They're in the away strip for their contest up against the Canadians, in which they are struggling a little bit at the moment to find their momentum. Nicely taken for the South Africans inside of their own half here, with the second half just now getting underway. And whereas the speedy guy with dreads, he wore 14, I think, says Chronic. So I know that they've got a lot of speedy players. Zane Davids is really driven forward, but they've got Shilton van Wyk out there. Default Human, I don't think has made his way out onto the field as of yet. Just trying to find number 14 at the moment. I think that might actually be Roscoe Speckman sitting in the back there. Shilton van Wyk trying to break through. Bit of hard work there from Samoa in the breakdown, and it's actually going to be a penalty to South Africa again. Are you excited for the Cape Town Sevens next week? I am indeed. Very excited. And of course, throughout this Dubai Sevens, I feel like we're going to have a lot of close games. The games that we get to see later on tonight, we see New Zealand Samoa, we see South Africa Samoa. It's going to be a lot of excitement around. We have got there 21-19 Canada lead in World Sevens. It's on Stan Sports here, and other than UCL, football ain't worth $40. They're asking for it. Paywalls, our union is dying here compared to the NRL, says BP. Exactly right. I feel like, for me, Sevens is one of those occasions that people love watching, whether you're a rugby fan or you're not. If there's players on a Sevens field, people normally pay attention. So if it's free, then that is massively beneficial. Now, nice step there from Speckman down on the wing. We have got Cruiser has put Clown, who voted for Sun. Oh, okay, he's saying whoever voted for Samoa is a clown. I mean, the game's not over yet, though. You never know what's going to happen in a game of Sevens. That is a rough pass there from Selvin Davids to knock on. Now Samoa will have themselves another attacking opportunity, which they haven't really had throughout this game. They've had one time that they've visited the opposition 22, and in that time the Blitzboks defence cut open and Samoa are able to score it. So maybe if they get more attack, who knows how it is going to be going. Slow start for the boys, hot sunny day, says Blues Nate. And also voted for Samoa, says Undrick in there as well. They are shown there the Walt Uman has now made his way onto the field. Still 5 minutes remaining in this contest. Try New Zealand lead now 26-21, says Shane there. And shush, says Gareth. And also the South African flags from Cruiser. Nice attacking run from Samoa. Still deep inside of their 22 though, so they've got a long way to go before they can get to that try line. Nice step there from Scanlon. We're in number 15 for this contest. Vawasa Afasua thought about the offload, but he is tackled by Uman. Slinging it across. A lot of pressure on Alafipo by Christy Rubala. In fact, it was MPVs, and now the space starts to open up, though, for the Samoans. Big fend from Nuuli Vaya. He has got pace, and he will not be caught, and they get him for their first try of the second 7 minutes. And it is Nuuli Vaya who's able to score it. We have got the Hamish. What's up, buddy? Says Coden, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. What Asian teams are playing today? Says Chronic. So Australia, if you count them as Asia. That's it. No Japan, no Kenya. I'm not saying Kenya's from Asia, by the way, but just a lot of good sides are missing out, and it's a bit of a shame. They've cut it down to 12 teams to make it more competitive, but I think in doing so, they've shut down a lot of Sevens markets that they could have been in. I mean, you see how passionate Kenya are about these Sevens. It looks like the game is going to go down to the wire. Says Manus. And also we got the Shish in there as well. And also you watch the New Zealand-Bangladesh test at all. And coming into the Sevens this year, Samoa Sevens had a better form over the Blitzboks. Won Cape Town Sevens last year too, remember, says BP. Although, of course, the Dubai Sevens has a special place in South Africa's heart. They've done extremely well in recent times. Now, right, change being made for Samoa. But Black Cats lost to Bangladesh for the first time in Test. Says coding. Not cleaned up there. Sits up for Samoa, but they will go back for the original penalty. Hamish, how Mr. George, you shouting him for your birthday. Says Blues Nate. We were going to be going somewhere. He's messaged me now. Hang on, just finishing stream. There we go. But yeah, he was talking about going to KFC earlier, and then he was like, "No, we won't." But then I don't know what's happening now. Kia ora, Hamish, happy birthday, bro. Says Nati Kahu. Thank you very much, mate. Now, nice break away here for the Blitzboks. Not quite able to get through the tackle attempt, and there was a foot in touch. Samoa can take the quick throw if they want to, but it doesn't look like they're going to. First time, really, says Gareth. And New Zealand won 26 points to 21. And yeah, Gareth, I'll be honest, it didn't look like they were out of place playing the Black Cats and beating them, though, if that makes sense. Like, it seemed like, was it? I swear they beat us in New Zealand 2 years ago. I think me and Mum covered that game, that they were able to beat New Zealand. So is it first time in Bangladesh? I mean, Australia is in Asia at this point. So much iron being shipped to China. And also we have got there, South Africa never win in South Africa, though. That's going to be a nice backline. And MP Visa now puts the ball down, scores the try. Oh, a little bit of afters, but 2 minutes remaining. That might be the try that the Blitzboks needed to be able to get themselves the victory. Hi, where are you watching this? So this is actually being shown on Rugby Pass TV. So I was very confused. Luckily, one of the subscribers helped us out. Novmum, she told us Rugby Pass TV for field number 2. Pretty much anywhere else that you look will be New Zealand versus Canada. But yeah, Rugby Pass TV. All you need is to sign up with an email, sign up with that account, and then you're all good to go. Okay, there, I thought I remember Bangladesh winning in New Zealand in the series before we went to you, says Gareth. And Black Cats play Australia on Boxing Day. That's in about 2026, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. And Canada makes New Zealand work hard. Good game, Canada, says Blues Nate. Currently 8 points difference now between these two sides, and it might almost be enough. 80 seconds remaining. Yeah, when I checked Rugby Pass TV, it only showed New Zealand versus Canada. So I was confused, says Vian. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's a little bit harder to find the second field than I thought it would be. It's like good quality on Rugby Pass TV for being able to watch it. Currently Samoa, they've put their hands down in the breakdown, so that is going to be a penalty in favour of South Africa once more. I should mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated, and we are going to be here for a lot of matches in the Sevens. Our last one is about 5:30 a.m., somewhere around there. New Zealand versus South Africa. It's going to be a great one. You do not want to miss it. Will you watch the series of South Africa and India? Be a great series. I am hoping to. It starts soon though, doesn't it? If I'm correct. And hi, buddy Hamish, says Brandon, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing extremely well. And Black Cats away record is very bad among top teams in tests, says Coding. And Blitzboks, says Cruiser there as well. Now, 10 seconds remaining on the clock here. It starts in about 2 weeks, says Manus. Yeah, I'll be keen to have a look at it. That is another penalty to the Blitzboks. And South Africa-India series are always good, played in good spirit. And they have decided to boot that ball into touch. South Africa, they will win this game 22 points to 14. First of all, I do want to apologise for not being able to cover that first half play-by-play. But the rest of this competition in Dubai, we are doing the games. We are telling you exactly what is happening when they happen. Next game for South Africa is up against Canada. And the next game for Samoa is up against New Zealand. That is happening just after midnight. We will be live doing that one on the channel. I'm usually in the stands as I live near Dubai. But I had to watch it live. So I have to watch it live in other ways. And do you think about Aussie clinching another World Cup from India? I think that Australia really deserved it in terms of the way that they've played, the way that they've fought through. I think that they've been doing very well. Can you show us the TV? Sadly, due to licensing, I'm unable show match footage or audio. But if you go on Rugby Pass TV, you'll be able to catch some of the action that is taking place for the Sevens. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be scheduling all of our live streams in the very near future, so you will know exactly what games we are covering on the channel. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button. And I will see you all for the next one.